विद्या नात्मन लक्षण पर अहं ममेति असद भावम देहादौ मोहजम तजेत. So Prahlad Maharaj is instructing his demon class friends. They are not demon, but they are sons of demon. Just like you are. You are not demons, but you are sons of demons. Is it right? But you have no more connection with your demon father. That's nice. So, in some of these, I think back to Godhead number 40, Hagiri has written a very nice article, Constitution of the Soul. Very nice article. The demonic principle is they do not give stress on the soul. They are bodily conscious, that I am this body. And as soon as one is such foolishly conceiving body as self, his activities will be demonic. Tasyaatma buddhi kunape tridhati. The demons also sometimes they have got conception of the soul, they believe in transmigration of the soul. But those are simply on the platform of accepting this body as self, they have been compared with animals. So Prahlad Maharaj has very nicely analyzed the characteristics of the soul by 12 items. Atma, Nitya, Abhaya, Shuddha, Eka, Kshetrajna, Asraya, Abhikriya, Sadrik, Hetu, Vyapaka, Asangi, Anab. These things I have explained in Calcutta. Again we may repeat, these are important points. That the characteristic of Atma, either Atma or Paramatma, the same characteristics are there. Exactly like gold bar and gold particle. The chemical composition of the gold bar and the gold particle is the same. So, Atma Nitya, eternal. The materialistic scientists, they have no information of the Atma. They think that this material combination of elements evolves some living force. That is their theory. As such, they think that in other planets where the atmosphere is different, they think there is no life. Because they do not know the life means presence of the Atma. And the Atma, the soul, can live in any condition of material existence. Any condition. Even in fire, the Atma can live. Because, according to the information received from Bhagavad Gita, the Atma is never burnt even in the fire. It is never moistened in the water. It cannot be cut into pieces. These things are there. This material body can be cut into pieces, it can be burned, it can be wetted in water, but Atma, spirit soul, is different from this body. The material scientists, they have no information of Atma. Therefore they think that in the moon planet there is no life, in the sun planet there is no life. Simply, this is Kupamandukarna. Dr. Frog PhD. He is thinking in his own way. Dr. Frog thinks that this 3 feet dimension of the well is all in all. There cannot be anything. These rascal philosophers and rascal scientists, they think in that way, Dr. Frog. There cannot be Atlantic Ocean. That 3 feet dimension, well water is sufficient. Therefore, we have to receive knowledge from authorities. We cannot speculate. Speculation will not help us in approaching the real destination. The Prahlad Maharaj, whatever he is saying, he is an authority, we should accept. Atma Nitya Eternal Abhaya, inexhaustible. Abhaya Shuddha. Shuddha means pure, without any contamination. Shuddha, Eka. Eka means individual. Eka. Kṛṣṇa is also individual and the living entity is also individual. Eka. Kshetrajna, fully conscious of his bodily activities. Kshetrajna. Ashraya, the basic principle. As I am spirit, soul, I am the basic principle of development of this body. Similarly, Kṛṣṇa is the basic principle of development of this universe. That is the difference. I know where is the pains and pleasure, what are the defects and favorable condition in my body. But I do not know what is favorable for your body. Therefore, I am not Kshetrajna, conversant with your body activity. But Kṛṣṇa knows. Kshetrajna chapi mang vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. Kṛṣṇa says that I am also Kshetrajna, knower of the body. But I know everyone's body. That is the difference between Kṛṣṇa, Paramatma, the super soul, and the individual. The Mayavadi philosophers, they make one. That is not. But Kshetrajna, Ashraya, Abhikriya, unchangeable. Sadrik, he can see himself by contemplation, by meditation. Sadrik, Ketu, cause, Vyapaka, all pervading. I am all pervading within this body, in my body. I am not all pervading in your body. If I pinch your body, I do not feel any pain. But if I pinch my body, I feel pain. Therefore, I am all-pervading means I am all-pervading within this body by consciousness. Anyway, you touch, the consciousness is there, feeling touch. Vyapaka, asangi. Asangi means without being mixed up. The same example, that fishing but not touching the water. Oil, you drop some oil on the water, it will flow. It is not mixed. When you emulsify water, it changes the color. But it is there. That will be explained in the next part. Another example is just like milk. In the milk, pure milk, there is butter. But you cannot see the butter in the milk. But you put on the same platform by the Pandit, by the land, because he does not see the outward coverings. He sees the inner soul, the characteristics of the soul as the sky. But the demons, they cannot see the inner soul. They cannot distinguish the characteristics of the soul. Simply, they see superficially and identifying with the body, there is always trouble. I am this nation, I am Englishman, I am German, I am American, I am Hindu, I am Muslim, I am Brahmin, I am this and that, designation. So, one has to become free from this designation before one can understand what is spiritual life. Sarvapadhi vinirmuktam. Sarvapadhi, these are designations, superficial. But Prahlad Maharaj says that etad dadasya bhi vidyan atmano lokhanai paroi. Paroi means superior. You have to distinguish Atma by superior characteristics, not by inferior characteristics. And by understanding the Atma's real position, aham mameti asad bhava dehadu mohajam taje. He should give up the bodily identification, which is a production of illusion, mohajam, production of illusion. As soon as I think I am American, why American money should go to India? Immediately he becomes disqualified to become a member of the Jews. Immediately. Because the same demonic principle, I am the mohajam. Mohajam. This is the production of illusion. Prahlad Maharaj says, Tajet. You should give up this demonic principle. Tajet. Tajet, this is vidili. Must. Must. There are different forms of bhaav in Sanskrit. This form of bhaav means must. There is no argument. You must. Just like in the Vedas says, tad vijnanatham sa gurumeva avigachat. Must. Must go. So here also Prahlad Maharaj says, Tajet, this dehatma buddhi, this upadhi, this designation is dangerous for Kṛṣṇa consciousness. Tajet. Sarnanga jatha grava suhrimukara Chetreshu juvai tadabhigna apnuva Chetreshu dehishu tathatma juvai Radhyatva vid brahma gatin laveta. He's giving a very nice example. Just like what is called the technical soil expert.
Geologist?
Geologist? No, geologist is different. What is that? Advanced. What is the exact word? Soil expert. Soil expert means...
Conservationist. Conservationist.
Yeah.
Agronomist.
Agronomist?
Yes. Agronomist field, study the earth.
And just like one can understand from the characteristics of the particular soil that there is gold. In this there is possibility of gold. This the agronomist?
No, that would be geologist.
Geologist?
Yes.
All right, geologist. So, I don't think geologist. Geologist is different. We have no dictionary. Where is my dictionary?
That's true. So do.
All right, we shall see. Take it for agronomist, geologist. But soil expert. The soil expert, so he knows how to find out a particular type of mine. They can find out there is mica, in this soil there is gold, in this soil there is gold. The Prahlad Maharaj is giving very nice example. That sarnang jatha gravasu himokara. Himokara means goldsmith, not goldsmith. Goldsmith is manufacturer of gold ornaments. Himokara means gold expert, we can say. He can find out in the soil where there is gold mine. Still there are. I know when I was managing Dr. Bose's laboratory, one chemist, Chandrabhushan Bhaduri, he was a well-known chemist in Calcutta. So, one Marwari gentleman was after him. He said that I know how to find out gold mine. So, the Marwari gentleman spent after him lakhs of rupees. And he said that here there is gold, but unfortunately gold was not found. The gentleman lost so much money. So, but there are experts, otherwise how gold mines are found out. There are experts. So here it is said, it is not new thing. Prahlad Maharaj said that this art is known millions and millions of years ago. It is not that the modern science has discovered aeroplane, modern science has discovered how to go to other planets, they are mining industry. No. These are all known. There is no question of modern science. Now how otherwise, how Prahlad Maharaj gives this example? विविक्तात्मक ज्ञान ज्ञानी न अपि भावेन ब्रह्मता प्राप्ति कथं स्यात्। Question may be put by opposing parties, that simply by becoming Krishna conscious, how one can know God? What will be your answer? What will be your answer? Suppose an opposing party say that, all right, I accept that you are Krishna conscious or God conscious, you have devoted your life for Krishna. So, how do you find, how do you see Krishna that you are working for him? What will you answer? Are you falling blindly? Or you have experience of Krishna? Yes. What will the answer? Very intelligent. People will ask you, and perhaps they ask, have you seen Krishna? Why you are Krishna? What is your answer?
We see him through Shastra, the teachings of the spiritual master, and his object Vigraha.
Of course, that's nice, but then you are following blindly your spiritual master. But what is your experience?
First, you can hear Krishna before you see him, and this is the purification process. And the purification process can be felt. And then you ask the person, you can feel it yourself by chanting Hare Krishna. Why not try it?
That's all right. You have tried, whether you have seen. That is the question. You have tried for the last 4 or 5 years, whether you have seen Krishna.
We cannot see Krishna because our eyes are impure.
Then you are following blindly.
Because we are following the Vedic scripture in the Shastra, we can feel.
Yes, feeling. That is anubhava. Anubhava nanda sarupa. Parameshwar. That is the person. You can feel his presence. That is being explained here. Jato ahankaradi tajet iti apekkhayan tat prapti prakaram sadishtantam aha sarnakara khetreshu spurat sarnakaneshu gravasu jovai dhamanad upayoi Sad upaya avigga hemukara dasa sarna prapnuva. It is very simple. Prahlad Maharaj is saying that as the expert gold miner, when he sees there are gold particles in the field, naturally he concludes, still in India there is a river, in that river gold particles, in the water gold particles can be found. Gold particles. Many poor men, they whole day work and strain the water in different way and get some little gold still. So by the symptoms, the expert gold miner finds out that here is gold mine, because within the soil or with the soil you will find some gold particles. That is the way here it is said. Similarly, one can find out Krishna by his symptoms. the characteristics of this world. In common sense, just in everything there is a controller. There is a life, just like in my body. I am controlling this body. And there is living force, living symptom. Similarly, this whole world which is going on, there are so many things that requires nice brain. This planetary system is moving nicely, exactly to the order. So one should consider that there must be some brain behind this. How things are going so nicely. That is common sense. Just like the gold mine expert, as soon as he finds some gold particles either in the vicinity of water or land, they consider there is gold mine. Similarly, when you find that things are going on so nicely, there is a big brain behind it. That is a statement of Professor Einstein. He also says that as we make progress and we see wonderful things, we are bound to believe that there is a big brain. There is a big brain. Gravasu Jogoi Dhamanat Upayoi Sat Upaya Obigga Himukara Jatha Sanna Prajna Atma Jogoi Atma Praptu Upayoi Brahmagati Brahmatha Adhyatmikam Atmadhikrita Karya Karana Sanghata Jnata. So, as the poor man goes to the river side and by straining the water by their specific process they find out some gold. Similarly, a person Kshetreshu Dehesu Atma Adhyatma Brahma Gatinga. This meditation means thinking very deeply what I am. What I am. And the process of the yoga system is the same system as you strain water and find out gold. Similarly, if you follow the yoga system, Dhyan, Dharana, Asana, Pranayama, that is mechanical, then you will find that I am spirit soul and there is Supreme Soul, Kṛṣṇa. That is possible. That is really perfection of yoga practice. Not that simply pressing the nose, no. Actually, perfection of yogic meditation is to understand the self, the soul is there and the super soul is there. The process is there. Astau prakitaya proktastraya evahi tadguna vikara sorasa charjai kuman eka samannaya. Astau prakitaya, 8 material elements, that is described in the Bhagavad Gita. Mumira panana vayu khangamana buddhireva. Earth, water, fire, air, sky. And this mind, ahankara, mind, egotism, and khangamana buddhi, and intelligence. These are gross and subtle material elements. Astau prakitaya prokta strayo evahi tadguna. And these material elements are moving by the introduction of the three material qualities, Satagun, Rajagun, Tamagun. One who is situated in the Satagun, he is also existing on these 8 material elements. And one who is existing in the modes of passion, he is also existing on the Brahmin's body. Take for example, Brahmin is in the Satagun, and Kshatriya is in the Rajagun. Vaishya is mixed up, and Shudra is the Tamagun. The existing means the consciousness according to the contamination of different condition of the gunas. This condition is the guna, Satagun. One who is in Satagun, his consciousness is different from the consciousness of the Rajagun. One whose consciousness is Rajagun, his consciousness is different from the Tamagun. In this way you will find different types of consciousness. In pure there are 3. If they are mixed up, 3 into 3 which becomes 9. Again it's mixed up, 9 into 9 it becomes 81. Again mixed up, 81 into 8. In this way you will find varieties of life. But they are based on the 3 types of consciousness. Satagun consciousness, Rajagun consciousness, Tamagun consciousness. So, when one is transcendental to this contaminated consciousness, polluted by the 3 qualities of material nature, that is Krishna consciousness. Astau prakitayo praktastayo vai tadguna vikara surasacharya puman eka samanna. But the soul is the same. By his external affection in the material world under different qualities, he is appearing different. Therefore, we have got 8,400,000 of species of life by different consciousness. And when one comes to Krishna consciousness, there is no such differentiation. There is one consciousness. Krishna is supreme, I am his servant, that's all. So long one does not come to this platform of Krishna consciousness, there is no possibility of so-called eternity, fraternity, unity, universal brotherhood. This is not possible. It is impossible because they are all contaminated. Dehastu sarva sanghata jagat tastu riti didha atraiva mriga purusha neti netiti tat ittiti tajan. अध्यात्म विवेकात्म प्राप्तुम उपायमाह अष्टाविधि त्रिभि मूल प्रकृति अहंकारादौ पंच तन्मात्राणि चेत अष्टौ त्रय सत्ता दय स्तेच प्रकृति गुणा एव न तु भिन्ना एका एकादश इंद्रियाणि पंच महाभूतानि चेति षोडश पुमान आत्मा एक प्रोक्त कपिलादि ही राचार्य. The Sankapilagam, yeah. The description is Sankapilagam. 24 elements. 24 elements. The 8 gross and subtle elements, and then their production, the 10 Indriya senses, working senses, and knowledge acquiring senses, 8, 10, 18, then the sense object, 5, 18, plus 5 is 23, and then the Atma or the soul, the 24 elements, the Sankhya philosophy. They have analyzed the Sankhya philosophy, and European philosophers, they like very much the Sankhya philosophy system, because in the Sankhya philosophy these 24 elements have been very much lucidly explained. Sankhya philosophy. Jehastu sarvasanghata jagat. So there are two kinds of bodies, jagat and tastu, moving and not moving. But they are all combination of these 24 elements. Atraiva midga purusha neti neti ti. Now, one has to find out the Atma from these 24 elements by eliminating. Where is Atma? Where is Atma? Where is Atma? But one can find out in that way, provided it follows the rules and regulations and the process, that is possible. Annaya vyatirikena vivekena asatatmana sarva sthana samanamnai vimisadvi rasattari. So, further explanation. This is subject matter, little difficult, but it is very important. Prahlad Maharaj is explaining to his demonic class friends. He 5 years old boy, how he is explaining this Sankhya philosophy, because he is a devotee and he has heard the whole philosophy from authority Narada. Mukam karati vachalam pangam langhayati giri. Therefore, the spiritual master, mercy, is this guy. Mukam karati vachalam. Mukam means dumb, one who cannot speak. He becomes a great lecturer, a speaker. Although he is dumb, but he can become a great lecturer. Mukam karati mat, pangum langhayati giri. And one who is lame, who cannot walk, he can cross over the mountain. Mukam karati vachalang pangum langhayati. Jat kipastamahanga bande. That by whose mercy these things are possible, I offer my respectful obeisances to Paramananda Bhava, the Supreme Personality of God, the reservoir of all pleasure. By Krishna's mercies, it is possible. By material calculation, it is not possible. Material calculation, one would say that how it is possible? You say that dumb is lecturing very nicely. That is not possible. Or that lame man is now crossing the mountain. So materially it is not possible. But by the mercy of Kṛṣṇa or his representative, just like Prahlad Maharaj, 5 years old boy, he is explaining so nicely about the constitution of the soul. Why? Because he has obtained the mercy of Narada, the representative of Krishna. It is possible.